abusia sese me de ewura mu ewo eye electoral commission na ye kira pressure kese pa na amount ewo eye EC boss ye maame eye Jean Mensah abusia na se ya na yete se eye the deputy chair and the ye maame sorry ye papa eye Bossman Asare abusia wa man nsa so wa resign and say maame ankomo bi ba abonten say eye the council of state allegedly omo atena say na proceedings bi so process bi so enenanam ekwan mu a eche say enche and say South story bi ebe hit Jean Mensah ewo isi ho a enya nsem keto abusua we dey ma meka say wan pese yekọ na yite ensem a director of elections edema NDC odi aba abotin a okira kia ne kin Jean Mensah de obekọ because petitions are ba no ene ensem a eche say His Excellency John Mensah receive no abusua enye easy we dey moma yitie ensem no ankasa enchemu ebia na mahu ensem ne kan ye mo fa ncheme moma ya yekọ na yetie na ye bia abomode anse be che ya adwen ewo comment section ha eda so aye be media je che be se wa se o be subscribe dey my bubble notification bell so for more podcast update ye che ho no yitie ensem aba aboten fa electoral commission boss ne din de Jean Mensah ene resignation a che se ne deputy they say what to me AJ they say ono so akwakote na fie na ensem eboboba ewo Jean Mensah so mama yente emasisi a
yes. One revelation it is coming from the council of state. Let me say, the director of elections, the man NDC Amanyoko no, revealing some be say there's a possibility say Manasa allegedly a council of state members no they are on course. They are talking about the future of Jean Mensah, which is easy. Nurse or no so that no ebe say is she going is she going to resign or is she going to to be removed and answer they are still on course a lot of petitions and so they koswa ye need desire and some we chia ye don't ho updates be they ebe bremo this let me say near the more updates in the day the Ebremuntino Jebre Nitie the director of elections the main DC the other two I was answering we by the Diakano Ababasumu.
Politicians,
and I'm saying that these are lawyers, seasoned lawyers.
But they passed the first test on Jean Mensah, for instance, which got rejected through the opinion that the Chief Justice gave. Correct.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that for them, they will assess the veracity of your petition.
You're telling me they are lawyers. I'm just giving an example where the first test failed. You now have a second process going through. And so it presupposes that something political might be happening there, isn't it?
There's no political thing going on there. They look at it. When the other one came, didn't you go to the Chief Justice? Was it not the Chief Justice who returned the verdict about the petition that was sent? Was it not the Chief Justice after the Council of State they sent it to the Chief Justice? He came out with the verdict.
You recall that this was not the first attempt at trying Jean Mensah on this. When the first one happened, the Akufo-Addo administration had their Council of State opine on that, and clearly they said there was no, prima facie or so any evidence of whatsoever, leading to the presidency rejecting that first attempt. So I'm saying that the Council of State could have done something. In terms of the advice,
that's what I'm saying. Was it the same? Is it the same petition that was sent to Nana Akufo-Addo? Is it the same petition they brought back now? Is it not a different petition? It's a different petition. I remember the first one. Professor Kwekwo Paza and Nana Akufo-Addo. He sent a petition against Tokonu. The Council of State at that time rejected it. They said there was no prima facie against. And Nana Akufo-Addo dismissed that petition. Nobody said anything about it at that time. It passed on that way. Another petition came at that time. In fact, there was a pending petition against Madame Jean Mensah and the commissioners before Nana Akufo-Addo. He refused to pass it. They were keeping it. The one you are talking of, they reluctantly passed it to them, and the people rejected it. Now, different people also came. They passed it, went to the Chief Justice. The Chief Justice looked at it. In fact, if the Chief Justice had brought a verdict that there is a prima facie, I'm sure hell would have broken loose in this country. They would have said, the NDC people want to remove them. They have removed this person, so they now want to remove Madam Jean Mensah and the deputies. But you see, God is on our side. God is on our side. The Chief Justice went through it. This is how independent the judiciary is. If the party, the NDC, was influencing it or there was a political undertone in it, I'm sure a verdict of guilt would have been passed against them. But they did their independent work, came out with a verdict and said, no, there was no prima facie against them. So they dismissed it. And they were doing their work.
Are you mindful? Are you mindful? You seem to be so confident that all is well. Are you mindful of the fact that you have a major political opposition in this country, the New Patriotic Party, that will equally be alarmed at some of the steps you're taking? Gradually, the feeling is that you're weaponizing state institutions against them. You have the opportunity now, I mean, as the NDC administration, to pick 2 top members of the Electoral Commission going into the 2028 elections amidst a constitutional review that is happening. You feel the NPP? You feel the NPP will be happy about this?
I'm sure the NPP is even more happier than NDC for now. Before we went to Akroma, they held a press conference addressed by their general secretary, and he was very emphatic that they've lost confidence in the current Electoral Commission. Go and play the tape. You have it.
Who said that?
Their general secretary, NPP. Remember the issue when they were going for the rerun in the Akroma? They held a press conference. That was the time they also said they lost confidence in them, and that they cannot protect them should there be a petition to remove them. They said it. It's there. The tapes are there. It's a public knowledge. And so at that point, it was like NDC and MPP were in concert against the Electoral Commission. Because for us, you already know our position. Then our opponent also came in and said, with this behavior of Electoral Commission, we have lost confidence in you. We are not interested. They said all manner of things against them. And also, for us, we are clear in our mind. And we don't want to interfere in any institution. Look, we are a political party. The government we have brought in is performing its work. We have seen that the government is implementing our manifesto to the letter. We are satisfied. The people of Ghana are satisfied. Everybody is saying that he's doing fantastic. It's all over the place. If you go around the country, we have turned the whole country to construction site, trying to reset the country. So everything is going on well. Going to Electoral Commission to look for officers and other things is not what, it doesn't cross our mind. And we are saying that, thankfully enough, nobody has put a dagger or a gun on the head of a commissioner to resign. Did it on his own volition and stated that he wants to go back to classroom to teach. It's good.
I see.
He's going to continue to help the state. He's not going home to rest.
Yeah, and that's the source of worry for some as well. I mean, you take a look at these individuals. I'm wondering if personally, because you know them too well, they experience their background, and many are just wondering if you can find quite a sharp replacement for these individuals. Dr. Bosman Asare, I mean, his contribution at the political science department is in no doubt. Astute academic has been spoken about before the appointment. You talk about Jean Mensah as well, and how instrumental she has been in consolidating democracy in this country. You know that too well. In fact, the president knows that too. Are you mindful of all of these things? And how is that shaping the kind of advice you as a political party are giving to your government?
Well, I'm sure you've heard of an electoral officer before known as Dr. Afarajan. You've heard of him before?
That's right, yes.
Yes. When he exited, didn't we get a replacement? Yes, we got a replacement. Charlotte came in. After Charlotte, Madam Jean came in. Is that not it?
She's still there.
There are people.
She's still there.
And Madam Jean is still there. They were different. Ahmad Sule was a deputy commissioner. Madam Amankwa was a deputy commissioner. MPP came and sacked all of them. In fact, MPP, for the first time since 1992, we've never seen a president that sacked officers at the Electoral Commission. It was only MPP. They came and sacked the commissioner, sacked the 2 deputies, 3, all of them, just sacked them.
And under your tenure, we're seeing for the very first time a deputy commissioner resign to say he's going back to the classroom.
We sack him? Is sacking equivalent to resignation? Is that what you are telling me?
Do you know the reasons why Dr. Bosman Asare is resigning now? Are you aware?
But he said he's going back to school.
Yeah, he's going back to school. He's not told you the reason why he's going back to the classroom.
Why? Is it not a reason?
I mean, you've been in academia. You've lectured a number of people. Are you telling me?
I've been in the classroom.
Are you telling me that if you're giving a job as a deputy EC boss and you left the classrooms for that job, you would easily reconsider going back to the classroom for no reason, no apparent reason?
I used to be a regional director of youth employment. Do you get that?
Yeah.
When NPP came, I left on secondment to the university to lecture. I went back to the classroom, and I was in the classroom lecturing.
Oh, when the NPP came? When the NPP came? Were you forced to go back to the classroom?
And I'm telling you that I was serving the government in a different capacity.
Yeah, but were you forced to go back to the classroom?
No.
So why did you leave?
I went on secondment. I was on secondment.
So the NPP came and said you had to go back to the classroom.
And I'm saying that is why I'm saying that. Look.
So you're just making a perfect point for me now that perhaps that's the same thing happening to Dr. Bosman Asare. And then now you have a new regime, political regime that's not too friendly, quite more hostile towards him. A reason for which he wants to go back to the classroom, just as you did when you were NYA coordinator.
That's why I'm saying that. It's a personal volition. You can take your own personal decision. I ain't getting it. Yeah. That look, this current administration, maybe I'm having difficulties in working, or I don't feel comfortable in working, or because I was brought in to execute an agenda. But the way this administration set up, I can't execute that agenda. You find your level. I've told you that what happened in 2020, we've not forgotten of it. The kind of election that was held in 2020, as a political party, NDC, we have not forgotten about it. And that's why we had to sit up to make sure that the 2024, they didn't get away with it. And also, well, that is the personal decision, his personal decision.
Yeah, before we go, I want us to look into the future as to what might happen. Would the NDC have a say, or perhaps have any form of tete-a-tete with the president now on the current names before the Council of State? The chairperson of the Council of State is a member of the NDC. In fact, a senior member. You've just referred to some other senior lawyers there. People that have close affinity with the government as well. All of these names by now.
Ugusua utie na ohwe nsem no edema subscribe to POG Media she dwumadie no nema afoforo enso nsanye dey enke be POG Media ye nema dwumadie no egusua ekoso intimesere se obeye dey obehwe dwumadie no ede amaye yanko ne yemfa afoforo enye dey embremu ye ba ye de aka no eba besomu.
As of now, as a political party, the names being tabled to the Council of State. What? Is that what you're telling me?
No. Why? You want us to think for the president?
The president is a member of the NDC. In fact, he's leader of the party.
He's a member. Now. He's a leader of the party.
Yes.
He's a leader of the party. So if our leader of the party, who is not the president, he's the executive president. He's the executive president. He decides who. Look, it's a public service. That's one thing people understand. Electoral Commission is a public service. Because of the nature of their work. That is why we are talking about it. It's just like the other public services he has appointed CEOs, chief executive officers, deputies, and all that. It's the same thing. But because of the unique nature of their work, that is why we are breaking heads over this. And I'm saying that it is within the powers of the president to nominate for the Council of State to verify and report back.
Yeah, and you want to tell me that your party doesn't care about the names going there?
I'm saying that if the president...
That's the more reason why I'm interested in the names before the Council of State now. You can't tell me that the NDC has absolutely no idea of these names before the Council of State.
Why would we have? I'm saying, what? Are you saying that the NDC should sit down and be determined for the president how he should run the
when
government?
you were doing your ministerial appointments, you didn't do them in a vacuum. You didn't do any other appointment in a vacuum. You obviously would have some recommendations for the president. Are you telling me if that today, if Justin Kodia was being considered as chairperson of the Electoral Commission, deputy chairperson of the Electoral Commission, you, Rashid Tanko Computer, will be happy about that idea? You'd be concerned as a member of the NDC.
When they appointed, I give an example, when they appointed 3 commissioners,
yes,
we were concerned. We wrote to Council of State, raised our concerns. We didn't go to street.
So you have an option now. You have a concern now too.
And I'm saying that, I'm giving you an example.
Yes.
So even today, if they bring Justin Kodia, it will represent the same thing. Nothing will change. It means that is the same dimension, because we already have them there. And we raise it, and the response was that they don't mind which political party you are coming from. What they are interested in, whether you are qualified, you are fit for purpose. And if you are qualified within the constitutional remit, whether you are coming from NDC or you are coming from MPP, CPP, that is not their matter. The Council of State has already established that benchmark. And it's there. So today, if His Excellency decides that he wants to bring Justice Kodia, that benchmark has already been established. He will be there.
Wow. And you have no problems with that at all?
I said we already have problems, and that problem was resolved.
Yeah. Now you're happy you're using it. Yeah,
we had that problem. We raised problem because since 1992 we've never had that.
Okay, my difficulty now. My difficulty now is that I'm not able to think through any immediate names that should be coming up now for this replacement. Are you considering perhaps a grand scheme of bringing back the appointee, President Mahama's appointee who was removed, Charlotte said?
I can't think for the president. As a party, we can't think for him.
Okay.
And when we went to fake meeting and other thing, nobody could think for the president because he's an executive president. You can say all that you want to say. If you wake up in the morning and he decides who he wants and pen the person name there, that is his choice. Ghanaians voted for him to run the country. So he knows who to place where to run the country for us. That is why we gave him over 57%. And so we have massive confidence in him. And so if he decide and said, His Excellency tomorrow, look, my good brother sitting and interviewing me today, tomorrow I want you to be a deputy commissioner. Who am I? Who am I to say the president what you have done?
We're not, Tango, we are not there yet, you know.
Why? You are Ghanaian.
Yeah, I'm Ghanaian.
See, that is where the problem is.
But that's to soften my stance, isn't it? You're giving me some overtures just so I feel good in my seat right now to say I'm possibly on that list to the Council of State. But you know too well that for certain that I'm not on that list. You know too well that I'm not on that list. You know. And that possibly... Let me give you an example. Let me give you an example. Do you know the second deputy governor of Bank of Ghana? She's a media personality, no doubt about that.
Good. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Can you state her political colors? Do you know her political colors?
You should be telling me whether or not she's a member of the NDC. I don't know.
That is why I'm telling you that the president is looking at people who can perform and make sure that the good people of Ghana enjoy their fruit of labor. So he looks around with his advisors and he's looked and see, okay, this person can do this job for me.
I see.
Okay, first and foremost, we're looking at the qualification of that person, whether the person is qualified enough to do the job. Does the person has the experience? Can he or she do the work? Then he will look, his advisors will advise him, then the Council of State will come in and all that, then they appoint the person. So you are there, you are a Ghanaian. Don't be surprised, maybe your CV is there.
Yeah.
They are looking at it.
I see that today.
I think that,
I mean, it's rare because you're doing that for the first time on this show, removing your political hat entirely, simply because we're talking about the Electoral Commission. So you're telling me now that Johnson Asiedu Nketia, it's a controversial question, uncomfortable, but I must ask you that the chairperson of your party, Johnson Asiedu Nketia, neither Julius Deborah in the Jubilee House will have no form of tete-a-tete with the president to say, just consider these two individuals for us. Is that what you're telling us? That President Mahama will do?
No. I'm saying that these individuals you have mentioned, we have what we call oath of secrecy. These are senior government officials. You don't expect them to come out publicly and start opening their mouth and telling you who and who are nominated and all that. Even if the president confided with them that I have this person in mind and other thing, they will keep it in their head. Even their wives, they won't tell their wives.
And they won't say anything back to the president to say, well, we think it's a good choice.
Precisely what I'm telling you now.
Precisely what I'm telling you on the show. That you in the NDC will have a say in who becomes the next.
If they advise the president, they won't come publicly and tell the world, or come to we the party executive and tell us that I have informed the president that the name of his person is speaking, that person is not this, or you should pick that up. Don't do that. That's what we call oath of secrecy. I have sworn that oath of secrecy. There are a lot of things that I've seen and I've heard before. It's in my head. Some of them will go into the grave with it. Because you have sworn oath of secrecy. And that makes you a human being.
Okay.
There are certain things, yes, we have what we call collective interest. And then so when you take it, even if you have your own personal interest, you share that one. You put it aside and go with the collective interest. And that is why I'm saying that we have confidence with our president. We know he's going to get the right replacement for the two officers. They've done their part. They've done their job. They want to continue. Mr. Tete, he's going to rest. He's been doing this work for all this while.
For quite some
so
time
it's
now.
time for him to go and rest.
Okay.
Dr. Bosman want to go and continue educating our brothers and sisters. That's good enough. It's good. It's continue. It's knowledge in governance space and all that. It's good.
Okay,
so
here's what I want us to do. We're wrapping up, so I want to ask you the very last and direct question. If you had an advice for Jean Mensah as the chairperson of the EC now, who's obviously looking at her desk and two vacant seats, individuals who are closely helping her to execute her mandate are gone, what would you say to Jean Mensah now as some form of a message from probably the NDC or yourself? And also to Dr. Bosman Asari, who I believe you've interacted with in the lead up to the election, now that he goes back to the classroom.
I would decline the invitation to advise her. She has senior advisors who can advise her. I would decline the invitation.
Aha ana nyankopon be ma yakwan na yedi dwumadie no asi ede amam subscribe to POG Media, share na ma afoforo enso nsanya den enka be POG Media yenoma dwumadie no eguso ayede etwagu yedi dwumadie foforo be de ebebrem yakra mu.